Alright, I got my metronome here set to quarter note equals 159 BPM set in 4/4 time. I'm going to give Hey Ya a shot.
Hey ya, 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 hey ya.
In case you didn't catch what was going on there, I was playing Hey Ya by Outkast to a 4/4 metronome, and usually when you play to a metronome, there is an accent on the first beat of the time signature. But in this case, every time I went to repeat the cadence, the accent that would normally fall on beat 1 was starting to fall on beat 3, and then it would flip back to 1 and then back to 3, and this leads a lot of people into asking what time signature is Hey Ya. Well, the short answer, it's 4/4, but there is one measure of 2/4, that's your fourth measure. And the thing is that it's not necessarily the time signature that's unusual, it's the phrasing that's unusual. We have a 6-measure phrase, one being half as long, but most music is composed of 4 or 8-measure phrases, sometimes even 16, especially in pop music. And this is a pop song, but it's an unusual pop song, and yet it's super, super catchy. And let's start at the beginning with the count off so we can get our tempo. He counts off 3 beats, where most people count off music in 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. But in this case, he goes 1, 2, 3, boom, takum, go ga, doom, gakum, go ga. And so that alone throws a lot of people off. But he sets the tempo at about 159 BPM, and that makes our 6-measure phrase, one being half as long, that gives us 22 quarter notes. 22/4 is how some people think of this. But the most practical way of thinking about this is you play a G chord for 4 beats, 2 measures of C, which is 8 beats, then you have your measure of D, which is 2 beats long, and then 2 measures of E minor, which is 8 beats long. But it's easy to just count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But what if you wanted to play this to a metronome and not have the beat flip? Well, you could set your metronome into 2/4, and then you don't have to worry about any measures changing at all, changing time signatures, that is. Everything is in 2/4, exactly where it should be on the click.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya.
That changes our phrasing. We no longer have 6-bar phrasing, now we have 11-bar phrasing, 11 half notes, which brings us to 11/2. You could also think of this song as 11/2, but that would be a little bit confusing to someone reading it, and it doesn't really sound like it needs to be in 11/2. And the confusing part would be trying to figure out where the chord changes fall exactly, because something that helps us find where the chord changes are actually the brackets in the measures, where the measures are separated on a piece of sheet music. But you could also set your metronome to 11/2, have the tempo be half of what you had it for your half note tempo, so your half note would equal 79.5, and you could set this to a metronome of 11/2, and you wouldn't get any beat flipping here, and you would have an accent marking the very beginning of the cadence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Hey ya, hey ya, hey ya, hey ya,
I hope that enlightened you a little bit on what time signature Hey Ya by Outkast is in. If you actually want to hear a version of this in 4/4, I dropped a link in the comments as well as the description. It just does not sound the same at all. Hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to give a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.